Hey everyone, Richard Metal Fan here. Um, Bring you guys this long-awaited music collection update. Not a CD update, a music collection update. I haven't done a collection update video in a long ass time. I think last time I did one was back in like June or so, and it's been over 3.5, close to 4 months since I done anything, and I've bought a shitload of stuff in the last 2 months. So it's a music collection update. I have like a shitload of CDs. I have one music DVD, and of course, I recently started collecting vinyls, so I'll showcase those as well as I've shown in some past videos if you haven't seen those. But yeah, this might be a lengthy video, so better sit back, grab some popcorn and a soda, and sit back and let's get started. I'll try not to comment on much. I'll try to like blow through it all. But yeah, let's get started. First off, we have the new Acacia Strain album, Grave Bloom. As you can see, it is signed by the band. I got this a day early because they were playing at Warped Tour a few months ago. And of course, I met the band and they signed this album. I bought it at their merch table and I've heard it. I think it's really good. I think I like it a lot more than Coma Witch. I mean, it's really that good. I mean, these guys are just fucking heavy as balls. What can I say? Next up, we got Accept, The Rise of Chaos, the new album. What can I say about this band? These guys, they've been around for nearly 40 years, and I don't really say this much about new bands, but Accept is one of those bands, they just can, where I say that their newer material is better than their old material. For a band that's been around for 40 years, their last few albums have been so damn heavy, and I really enjoy the new Accept. Next up, we got Arch Enemy, Will to Power. If you've seen my review of this, love this album a lot. It's pretty good. I mean, I've heard it. I mean, after listening to it again, I mean, it's good, but it's not as good as their previous album, War Eternal, and I fucking love that album. But this album, it's pretty good. I like it. Next up, we have Anthrax, You've Come For You All, one of the albums with John Bush. Not much to say. Beartooth, Disgusting. Got the new Body Count album, Bloodlust, which, if you know, it's Ice-T's metal band. This album is pretty good. I really love their covers of Slayer's Raining Blood and Postmortem, and the one song which has As Love Is Lost featuring the great Max Cavalera, the song Civil War featuring Dave Mustaine of Megadeth, and Walk With Me featuring Randy Blythe from Lamb of God. It's funny how Lamb of God has a song called Walk With Me in Hell, and Body Count has a song called Walk With Me, which Randy Blythe does guest vocals. I just think it's funny. Next three CDs are all from the same band, and I don't know why I finally decided to buy something from this band, but I finally did. And I got some CDs from Taiwanese symphonic black metal band Chthonic. We got Butik, Takasago Army, and Mirror of Retribution. Yeah, all some great albums. Hugely underrated band. I really hope they tour the States soon. I really would like to see them. Next up, we got Coheed and Cambria, Good Apollo, I'm Burning Stars, Volume 1. One From Pure Through the Eyes of Madness. This album with the incredibly long title. A really, really good album. I actually used to like jam these guys sometimes when I was in high school. I remember, and actually seen them only live once where they were playing with Slipknot, and they were pretty good. Awesome, good album. Next album is I got the new Cradle of Filth album, Cryptoriana, The Sickness of Decay. If you see my review of this album, I like this album a lot. I actually like it a lot better than Hammer of the Witches, to be honest, but it's a really good album. I mean, of course, Cradle of Filth are one of my favorite bands. Yeah. Next four CDs I actually got, well, in the mail today. Another one band I've been getting into a lot lately. I've slowly building up with their discography. I just need 3 more of their albums. But yeah, I got in some Dark Tranquillity. I have The Gallery, Haven, Fiction, and Construct. It's the US edition. I don't know why. Yeah, and I saw these guys back in September. They had these albums for sale at their merch, but they were like 20 bucks, and they get it signed. It's like 25. But yeah, but next time if they come to the States, they're signing those. Next up, we have Darkest Hour, The Human Romance. Right. Next 3 CDs I got, and I completed their discography. We got The Devil Wears Prada, Zombie EP. Good album, or EP I should say. 8/18, and a funny fact is I actually got this album August 18th. So yeah, August 18th I got 8/18. I don't know, I just thought it's funny for me. And lastly, I got Space EP. and now I finally own all of their releases. I'm also looking forward to seeing them next month. Uh, Next up, we have Double Driver. We got Pray for Villains, a classic album of theirs. I really enjoyed this album a lot. And of course, Winter Kills. I think it's in this digibook, which actually has a bonus DVD, live DVD. It's good. I also completed their discography. Next two CDs are from the same band, and I completed their discography, and that'd be Down. I have the Purple part, 4 Part 1 and 4 Part 2. So we got Dying Fetus. I got Stop at Nothing. And of course, the new album, Wrong One to Fuck With. As you can see, it is signed by Sean Beasley from when I saw them at Summer Slaughter. Really good album. Cringy album title, I should say. Next up, we have In Full Darkness, Our Cursed Rapture. Some good, like, technical death metal, technical black metal. And I should also give a little, just to say, rest in peace, Todd Honeycutt. Even though he wasn't the bassist on this album, it's a shame that, like, I found out, like, a month or so ago that he took his own life, which is at the age of 30. But rest in peace, man. I will miss you. Anyway, moving on, we have new Ensiferum album, Two Paths. Really enjoy this album. It's quite catchy, really enjoyable. Every Time I Die from Parts Unknown. I Set to Kill, Reach. Not really a metal band, but this album, it's solid. Next 3 CDs I actually got like I said, same thing with same time I got the new Acacia Strain album, I got these albums. And that would be all 3 albums from Fit for a King. We have Creation Destruction, Slave to Nothing, and Death Grip. I'm trying to probably seeing them in November within Heart's Wake and like Moss to Flame. If anybody's going there, check it out. Next up, I got the new Fit for an Autopsy album, The Great Collapse. Really good album. Also seeing them like almost a month away with Arch Enemy Trivium. Of course, I'm also good buddies with their guitarist Pat Shridian. He's became a good buddy of mine, and I'm stoked to see him play live. So awesome dude band. Just check him out. Next up, Ghostbath, Star Mourner. Pretty good band, I should say. I saw them with Decapitated and There It Is Murder last month. I thought they were pretty good. I decided to buy the CD and check them out, and I actually dig it. Next up, we have Goat Whore, their new album, Vengeful Ascension. Really good album. Like, my god, I don't even know how are they so awesome. What can I say? Next 3 CDs are all from the same band, and that'd be Gojira. I have the debut album right here. It's a reissue of Terra Incognita. It's been reissued a couple times. This is the latest one. Then we have The Link and The Way of All Flesh. And I should get From Mars to Sirius soon, and then I will have all their albums. But yeah, now we're moving on to the second pile, and this one I also got at Warped Tour as well. I got a bunch of stuff at Warped Tour if you've seen my concert review of that. Next, I have I Prevail, Lifelines, some good post-hardcore metalcore if you like that. Iced Earth, the new album, Incorruptible. I think this is the best thing they've done in quite some time. I actually like this a lot more than Plagues of Babylon, to be quite honest. It's a really, really good album. You should check it out. Next 2 CDs are both from the same band. I actually got this from my friend Lauren. She went to see this band. I didn't get to go, but she picked up some CDs for me. That'd be from the 2-piece black metal band Inquisition. We got Obscure Verses for the Multiverse and Bloodshed Across the Empyrean After Beyond Its Celestial Zenith. Some really good black metal. I mean, I did see Inquisition before back in February where they were playing with Mayhem. I'm just surprised how only 2 guys can sound so tight live. But yeah, moving on to I got a couple CDs from Machine Head. We got the More Things Change, which in my opinion is a really good album. Supercharger, some of their weakest albums, but this album is a bit catchy. And of course, in my opinion, the best album that came out in the last decade, The Blackening. I finally have this album on CD. I'm glad to own it. It's awesome. Classic, what can I say? So we have Miss May I at Heart, a really good modern metalcore album. You should check. Really, classic. I just need their Rise of the Lion and their newest album, Shadows Inside, and I pretty much got their discography. I'm also planning on seeing them with Amity Affliction, and they're playing with Motionless in White, which I don't really care for them. Anyway, moving on to another band. I got 3 albums from the same band, and that'd be Municipal Waste. Finally own some stuff from them. We got Waste 'Em All, their debut, The Fatal Feast, and the new album Slime and Punishment. All I just need now is Art of Partying and I forget the other one, and I have their albums. Next up, we got Obituary, the self-titled, really good album from the classic death metal band. And I actually like this a lot more than the previous album, Inked in Blood, which I didn't really care for, but this album I think is a good return to form. Next up, Oceano Revelation. As you can see, it is signed by Adam Warren because I bought this CD when I saw them at Summer Slaughter. I thought they put on a great show. They're heavy as fuck live. And this album is just ball-crushingly heavy. Next up, we got a classic death metal right here. We got Origin. We have Entity, a really good album. And the new album, Unparalleled Universe. And these guys are just so sick. What can I say? Next 3 CDs I got from the same band, and I completed their discography. And some good Australian metalcore. That'd be Parkway Drive. We got Deep Blue, Atlas, and their last album that came out in 2015, Ire. Sort of in a slipcase right here. Yeah, I'm hoping they come back soon. Yeah, I'm still regretting missing them a couple years back. Anyway, moving on to Periphery 2, Psychroptic, Observant, The Red Chord, Pray for Eyes, classic album. I think I just need now is their debut, and I own all their stuff. We got Rings of Saturn, Lugo Kien. I still don't have their new album. I want to get it at some point soon. There's just too much albums ahead of my list to get. Next, we got The Rose Funeral, The Resting Sonata, Skeleton Witch, Breathing in Fire, and we got Slayer, Hell Awaits. I finally own all the classic Slayer albums, or the Slayer albums that I actually like. But yeah, you can't beat old Slayer, what can I say? We got Soulfly 3. All I just need now is Dark Ages, Conquer, and Omen. I have all their albums. We got the new Stone Sour album, Hydrograd. I think it's a pretty good album. It's really catchy. I mean, Corey Taylor and the boys can do no wrong here. So we have new Suffocation album, Of the Dark Light. A really good album. It's a good follow-up to Pinnacle of Bedlam. I mean, what can I say about the kings of like old school death metal? They're good. Next up, I got some stuff from Swallow the Sun. I got The New Moon, and their triple album, Songs from the North, Part 1, 2, and 3. It's a triple album right here. There's like 3 discs. It takes you on a journey. It's really good. You should check it out. So we got Testament, Demonic. This is when Testament kind of went like death metal a lot, especially like in the vocals. And I think they had I think it was Dave Lombardo played drums on this. I could be wrong. Then we have The Formation of Damnation. They're sort of like their reunion album. It's in a slipcase. It actually has a bonus CD with some live stuff. It's a pretty good album. Now I have all Testament's albums. Next up, we got new Die Artist Murder album, Dear Desolation. As you can see, it is signed by their drummer Lee. I sadly didn't get to meet the whole band when I saw them. But yeah, the next time they come back into town, I'm going to get the rest of the band to sign this, as well as the other 2 albums I had them sign. We got classic from this band, Under Oath, Define a Great Line. What can I say? One of their bands that sort of like got me into like more heavier bands that screamed more. Next up, we got Upon a Burning Body, Red, White, and Green, and their latest album, Straight from the Barrio. I just think the whole artwork kind of looks like all new metal gangsta shit, but the album itself is pretty good. So we got War of Ages, Pride of the Wicked, Whitechapel, Mark of the Blade. Now, in the past, I didn't really care much for Whitechapel's newer stuff, but it's kind of grown on me, and I decided to check this album out. One of the first album that Phil Bozeman actually does clean vocals on, and it's pretty good. I mean, he's a good singer. He actually puts a lot of emotion on some of the songs with the clean vocals. I actually like it. And the last CD we have is the new Winter Sun album, The Four Seasons. My God, this was worth the wait. 5 years since their last album, Time 1, and I was hoping it'd be Time 2, but we finally have a new album, The Four Seasons. Really enjoyed it. I have one DVD to show you, and I don't really buy music DVDs a whole lot, but this one I saw at a CD warehouse over on Bells Ferry in Marietta. I got, which would be a Dimmu Borgir World Misanthropy. It has some live stuff and probably some behind the scenes footage and stuff, which is really good. You should check this DVD out. I'm also need to get complete their discography soon. And I got, like I said in the beginning of the video, I recently started collecting vinyl, and I've bought in a lot of stuff, like 6 vinyls so far in my collection. We'll showcase them all in alphabetical order. The first one I actually got in last night. Well, last night when I got home, I saw Epica last night. That was a good show. I got this in the mail. I got Colors by Between the Buried and Me. Pretty much, in my opinion, their best album and their opus. It's actually a gatefold. It's actually a 2 LP thing. It's but the vinyl itself it's just a simple black right here. Yeah, and that's pretty good. Try to get it in there. That's what she said. Next up we have Black Dahlia Murder Nocturnal. Got this at Summer Slaughter. As you can see, it is signed by Trevor Sternad. And this is so far my only vinyl in my collection so far that it's colored. As you can see, it is a half blue, half black vinyl. It's pretty good. Next up we have Symbolic by Death. Classic death metal, what can I say? It's also just a black vinyl. Next up, and this was the vinyl that started me getting collection. I know it's kind of weird, and you're probably gonna give me shit for this, but whatever. Linkin Park Hybrid Theory on vinyl. It's also the back, and another vinyl that has a gatefold. Like the vinyl itself is black, is a simple black right here, but the middle is like green on one side, and the other side is green. I mean, one side's red and the other side's green in the middle where you put it in. Still, you have to get a vinyl player, which I will at some point. I just don't know when. Next up, got 2 albums from the same band. That'd be Megadeth. I think this is an original press of Peace Sells, but Who's Buying? I could be wrong. It says 1986. I don't know how well you can see it. But yeah. I actually think it has like an original lyric sheet. Original Capitol Records. It's vinyl. Classic black. I'm just trying to get it. Sometimes putting this stuff in the sleeves are a pain in the ass. And lastly, I had to own my all-time favorite album of all time. I already have it on the shirt of it. I have the CD of it that's signed by 2 of the members that were on the album, and the cassette. But I also had to get Rust in Peace by Megadeth on vinyl. Now I have my favorite album of all time on all formats. So yeah, that's my long-awaited CD collection, guys. Our music collection in general. It's been a long ass time, and I really hope you all enjoyed the video. So thank you guys for watching. See you all in the next video, and keep it metal.